Hello, wonderful English learners, and a very warm welcome back to Podcast English. I am so delighted you're here today, ready to embark on another exciting journey with us. At Podcast English, our passion is to make learning English not just effective, but also deeply enjoyable and truly inspiring. We carefully craft captivating stories designed to significantly boost your listening comprehension, enrich your vocabulary, and help you grasp English grammar in a natural, engaging way. Today, we're continuing our exploration at level B1. This means you'll discover a wider array of nuanced vocabulary, encounter more sophisticated sentence structures, and enjoy a slightly quicker, yet always clear and supportive pace compared to our A2 stories. Our primary aim is to provide a gentle but effective challenge, helping you build both confidence and fluency step by step. And as always, our stories are far more than just language lessons. They deliver profound messages and timeless life lessons that resonate deeply with our daily experiences and aspirations. Today's enchanting story is about finding hope in unexpected places, about the quiet power of persistence, and about the surprising beauty of dreams coming true. It's called The Secret Garden of Whispering Wishes. So, open your ears and your heart, listen closely, and let's uncover the magic together. In a quiet, forgotten corner of a bustling town, behind an old crumbling stone wall, lay a secret garden. This garden was truly a hidden place. Most people in the town didn't even know it existed. The wall was covered with thick, tangled ivy, its green leaves growing wildly, almost completely hiding the entrance. A rusty, old metal gate, long unused, creaked softly when the wind blew, but it was usually locked tight with a heavy, old chain. The garden had been neglected for many years, left untouched and unloved. It was a place of overgrown bushes, wild, tall grass, and forgotten pathways, almost completely hidden from the world. It felt like a place from a fairy tale waiting to be rediscovered. For many years, children living nearby would often whisper stories about the garden. They called it the Ghost Garden because it looked so spooky and abandoned. Some believed it was cursed, while others thought it held hidden treasures. But no one dared to enter. The wild, untamed nature of the garden, combined with its mysterious isolation, created an aura of both fear and wonder. The tall, ancient trees inside seemed to whisper secrets in the wind, adding to its mysterious charm. It remained a place of local legend and unanswered questions. One gray, cloudy afternoon, a young girl named Lily found herself walking down the old street where the garden was hidden. Lily was a dreamer. She loved exploring and finding beauty in unexpected places. She had recently moved to the town with her family and felt a little lonely. She missed her old friends and her old home. Her new school was big, and she was still trying to find her place. Everything felt unfamiliar and a bit overwhelming. She often felt a quiet sadness, wishing for something to make her feel more at home. As she walked, she noticed something unusual about the old stone wall. A small, shiny key was lying on the ground, partly covered by a few fallen leaves. It was an old-fashioned key, made of dark metal, with intricate designs. It looked important, like it belonged to something special. Lily picked it up. It felt heavy and cold in her hand. She looked around, but no one was nearby. Whose key could this be? She wondered. It was an unexpected discovery, a small flicker of intrigue in her ordinary day. Curiosity sparked within her. She looked at the old, rusty gate, half hidden by the ivy. Could this key, by some magical chance, fit that ancient lock? She walked closer, pushing aside the thick ivy leaves. The metal gate was indeed old and very rusty, but there was a keyhole, dark and intriguing. With a deep breath, Lily carefully inserted the key. It was a tight fit, but with a soft click, the lock opened. "It fits!" she whispered, her heart beating faster with excitement. This was a moment of pure magic, a small victory against the ordinary. With a gentle push, the old gate slowly creaked open, revealing a narrow, overgrown path. The path led into the heart of the garden. The air inside was cool and smelled of damp earth and wildflowers. Tall weeds grew everywhere, and thorny bushes blocked parts of the path. It was wild and untamed, but even in its wildness, Lily saw a hidden beauty. Sunlight filtered through the leaves of the ancient trees, creating dancing patterns on the ground. Old stone benches were almost completely covered by moss. A statue of a small smiling angel stood hidden behind a large bush, its face peaceful and weathered by time. Lily stepped inside, her shoes crunching on dry leaves and small stones. She walked slowly, carefully. She saw many old, forgotten plants. Some had beautiful, faded flowers, still trying to bloom despite the neglect. Others were just green leaves growing strong. She knew the garden needed a lot of work, a lot of love and care. But she also felt a strong connection to this secret place. It felt like a forgotten treasure, waiting for someone to bring it back to life. It felt like a place where dreams could be nurtured, even quiet, whispering ones.
From that day on, Lily visited the secret garden every single day after school. It became her special place, her sanctuary. She began to clear away the weeds, one by one, just like she had learned about removing weeds in her English learning from podcast English stories, meaning getting rid of bad habits. It was hard work. Her hands became dirty, and sometimes her muscles ached. But with every weed she pulled, with every tangled branch she trimmed, the garden began to breathe again. She uncovered hidden pathways, revealed forgotten flower beds, and found old stone ornaments hidden beneath layers of leaves. It was like solving a puzzle, slowly revealing the garden's true self. She started with a small section near the gate. She moved fallen branches, raked away dead leaves, and cleared the wild grass. She found small, fragile flower bulbs buried in the soil. She carefully planted them in neat rows, hoping they would grow. She brought small watering cans from home and watered the dry earth, giving life back to the thirsty soil. She talked to the plants as she worked, whispering encouragement. "Grow, little flower, grow," she would say. She treated the garden with love and respect, believing in its hidden potential. Word of Lily's work slowly spread in the neighborhood. Some children, who used to be scared of the ghost garden, became curious. They saw Lily working there, her face covered in dirt but always smiling. They saw the garden slowly changing, becoming less scary and more inviting. One sunny afternoon, a small group of children bravely came to the gate. "What are you doing?" one asked, his eyes wide with curiosity. Lily smiled. "I'm helping the garden wake up," she explained. "It's a secret garden, but it wants to be beautiful again." She showed them the small flower bulbs she had planted. "Soon there will be beautiful flowers here." The children were amazed. They asked if they could help. Lily was delighted. She gave them small tasks, collecting fallen leaves, picking up small stones, or watering the plants. They loved being part of the secret. They worked excitedly, their laughter filling the once quiet garden. It was a beautiful sight, seeing the garden come alive not just with plants, but with the joy of children.
One day, an old woman named Mrs. Peterson, who lived in a house overlooking the garden, saw Lily and the children working. Mrs. Peterson was very old and often watched the world from her window. She remembered the garden from when she was a little girl, when it was a vibrant, well-loved place. Tears came to her eyes when she saw it blooming again. She decided to come down and talk to Lily. "My dear," she said, her voice soft and trembling with emotion, "this garden, it used to be my grandmother's. It was a garden of wishes. My grandmother believed that if you whispered a wish into a flower that grew here, it would come true." Lily's eyes widened. "A garden of whispering wishes?" she repeated. "That's amazing!" She felt a rush of magic and history. Mrs. Peterson told her stories about the garden from long ago, about the beautiful flowers that used to grow there, and about the happy times her grandmother spent there. She shared memories of childhood laughter and quiet moments of hope. She even taught Lily the names of some of the old, forgotten plants that were starting to grow back. Inspired by Mrs. Peterson's stories, Lily and the children worked even harder. They learned about different types of flowers and how to care for them. They planted more colorful flowers, carefully chosen to bring vibrant life back to the garden. They created new pathways and even cleaned the old stone angel statue, making it shine again. The garden was transforming day by day, not just into a beautiful space, but into a place filled with history, hope, and new dreams. They carefully pruned the overgrown rose bushes, revealing their potential for beautiful blooms. Lily also noticed that as the garden changed, she was changing too. She felt less lonely. She had made new friends, the children, Mrs. Peterson, and even the plants themselves. She felt stronger, happier, and more confident. She also noticed her English was getting better. She realized that explaining things to the children and listening to Mrs. Peterson's stories and continuing to listen to Podcast English every day all contributed to her improvement. She often used new words she learned from Podcast English when talking about the garden, like blossom, flourish, and transform.
As spring arrived, the secret garden truly blossomed. The flower bulbs Lily had planted months ago burst into an explosion of color. Bright red tulips,
sunny yellow daffodils, and soft pink hyacinths. The old rose bushes, once thorny and tangled, now showed delicate new buds, promising beautiful blooms. The mural painted by the local artist on the outside wall, depicting a vibrant garden scene, attracted curious glances from passers-by. The once forgotten space was now a riot of colors and scents, a living masterpiece. The quiet, hidden place was now inviting and full of life. The community was amazed. People who had walked past the old wall for years now stopped and looked. They saw the beautiful flowers, the lively children, and the peaceful atmosphere. The garden had become a place of joy and beauty for the whole town. Families came to sit on the newly cleaned benches, enjoying the calm. Artists came to paint the beautiful flowers. People started to believe in wishes again. They would quietly whisper their hopes among the blooming flowers, hoping the garden's magic would hear them. The garden truly lived up to its name, the secret garden of whispering wishes. Lily, standing in the middle of the blooming garden, felt a deep sense of accomplishment. She had not only transformed a neglected space, but had also brought joy and hope to an entire community. Her small act of picking up a key and opening a gate had led to something magnificent. She thought about her own journey, from feeling lonely and sad to finding purpose, making friends, and seeing her own efforts blossom into something beautiful. She realized that sometimes the greatest magic isn't in a spell, but in hard work, patience, and the belief in a dream. She knew that her own quiet wishes, whispered into the wind, had been heard. This story, The Secret Garden of Whispering Wishes, offers profound lessons that are perfect for your B1 English journey with Podcast English. First, the power of small beginnings and hidden potential. A single key, a forgotten garden, a lonely girl, all held immense potential. Just like a single English word can open up a new sentence, or a short podcast English story can start your learning journey. Don't underestimate the power of small steps. Your current English level, no matter how modest, holds enormous potential.
Second, perseverance brings beautiful results. Lily's consistent hard work transformed the garden. Learning English also requires persistence. You might face difficult grammar rules or new vocabulary, but by continuing to listen to Podcast English, reviewing your lessons, and practicing regularly, you will see your English skills blossom beautifully over time. Every day you show up is a step toward your goal. Third, community makes magic happen. Lily's vision was supported by the children and Mrs. Peterson. In English learning, connect with other learners, share resources, practice together, join discussions. This community support, including our Podcast English family, makes the learning process richer, more enjoyable, and more effective. You don't have to learn alone. Fourth, finding beauty and hope in unexpected places. The garden was a forgotten, seemingly sad place, but Lily saw its hidden beauty and brought it to life. In your English journey, you might find inspiration in unexpected places. A song lyric, a phrase in a movie, a casual conversation. Be open to these moments. they can spark new understanding and motivation. Finally, your actions have a ripple effect. Lily's act of kindness and hard work transformed not just the garden, but the spirit of the entire community. Similarly, your dedication to learning English can inspire others around you. Your improved communication skills can open doors, not just for you, but for those you interact with, creating new possibilities and connections. And Podcast English is dedicated to being a part of that positive ripple effect for you. Thank you for listening to The Secret Garden of Whispering Wishes on Podcast English. I hope this story inspired you to look for the hidden potential in your own life and in your English learning journey. Remember, with a little care and a lot of persistence, your wishes, like those in the garden, can truly blossom.
If you enjoyed this enchanting story and want to hear more B1 English stories that offer both language practice and profound life lessons, please give us a thumbs up. Your likes help us know what content you enjoy most and help other English learners find our channel. And please subscribe to Podcast English for more captivating narratives, expanded vocabulary, and advanced tips for your English journey. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you don't miss our next story, our next lesson, our next opportunity to learn and grow together. We are so happy to have you here, growing with us, learning with us, and building a more beautiful world. See you next time, and keep nurturing your secret garden of wishes.